Hello, hello. I would like to look into a couple things in the Idaho case really quick with Brian Kohlberger and his scheduled and rescheduled appearances. First thing is that in May, there has been a date set, May 25th, for a motion hearing, which is interesting because it's coming out after we just heard about all this stuff with Bethany and prior to what was the preliminary hearing that was originally set for June 26th. It has now been moved to June 30th. The 26th was the beginning of the week. The 30th is the end of the week. And obviously, as we know, court does not remain in session over the weekend. So that's an interesting move. I also want to look into what we can find out about a preliminary hearing. Should we expect to see one, or is the grand jury going to step in? And I want to look into, is this motion hearing that's scheduled on May 25th, does that have anything to do with the grand jury being scheduled in place of the preliminary and whatever else it could be? This is an energy reading and it's all alleged, my opinion. Not fact, my opinion. All alleged, my opinion. Okay, not fact, my opinion. Okay, so let's go with May 25th. There's been a motion scheduled. What can we know about that motion? Let's do 2 rows of 4. We can get a lot of info. 5 of Pentacles. Huh. 5 of Pentacles reversed, the Empress, and the Moon reverse. Huh. Oh no. This has something to do with Bethany's testimony. Something that they believe is going to come out in Bethany's testimony. The 5 in reverse to be about, like, I have a reason to feel hopeful again. I'm overcoming whatever it is that's up against me. The Empress is giving birth to something new here, or creating some kind of opportunity or plan. And the Moon reversed is what makes me nervous, because that's about secrets coming out. That's not a good combo to start with. 9 of Cups. Let me see what the second row is. No, I can't skip that. 9 of Cups would be about whatever it is that's being birthed through information, through Bethany's testimony. 9 of Cups is what is being recognized in that motion on May 25th. And what is in between the Empress and the 9 of Cups is the Moon in reverse. That's about secrets being revealed. So I have a reason to feel hopeful again because of someone that's giving information, that's birthing a new path for me. There's secrets that are coming out that are helping people to understand a foundation of something else better. And that's what the secrets that are coming out that are being birthed by that person are what is being recognized in that May 25th hearing or motion hearing. So to put that in plain English, they scheduled the motion hearing after Bethany's, I guess you could still call it testimony. I don't know. You know what I mean? The meeting thing, for a reason. Six of Wands reversed. Oh yeah, because that would be the privacy that is, I just said, what did I just say? I said, I guess you could still call it testimony, meaning that because it's in private, it's different than like a public testimony. But this is what comes out in private is helping me to hope again. The High Priestess reverse under the Empress. That's not good. There's some kind of secret that's going to be revealed from Bethany because she has to reveal it in order to protect herself. But it's going to end up being what gives Brian some kind of hope. Allegedly, my opinion. That's what we see here. I have to protect myself by telling you. You know what's interesting too? This Empress card has 4 butterflies on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a bird in the hand. When I think of bird in the hand, I think of like, you know how you send birds to like deliver something and then bring it back? Oh. Oh. 4 butterflies, bird. Yeah, that's exactly what we got in the last reading. It's something about corroborating some kind of drug connection between Brian and the victims. I don't know how exactly that's going to be helpful to him in the way that he thinks it is, and I think it has something to do with like, I guess, a reasonable doubt that it can explain away certain things that are being used against him, like, oh, part of the reason why you're guilty is because you were in the area all these times. It's like those things start to get chipped away at with Bethany's testimony, if that makes sense. And it's because I have to tell you this, or I have to save myself by telling you this. King of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Oh no. The moon reverse is over top of the King of Wands. So there's some kind of secret being revealed about Brian through Bethany's testimony. What else could that be other than a drug connection? What else could she know about him? It's like I back you into some kind of corner, so you have to admit that you know who I am, or you have to admit that you've seen me here or there or doing this, or you know that I'm connected to this. Like, it's something like that. And then Page of Pentacles is underneath of the 9 of Cups. Page of Pentacles, I'm giving you this valuable piece of information, and that is what is being recognized and spoken about in this May 25th motion hearing. Ten of Clubs, Jack of Hearts. Yeah, this is a bad boy type of energy. This would be Brian. Social prominence, business, career, ambition, travel, and long distance. So that's confirming that this is Bethany. Okay, so we have Brian, Bethany, and then I'm going to pull one for what's going on here with these cards. Five of Spades. Cutting away at something, going at it alone, anger, bad, and operation. And it's also the left hand. I said so many times in these readings, it's like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. And this card also deals with an operation. Like operation, like organization type of operation, I guess. Because it also is business and career. It looks to me, allegedly, my opinion, like Bethany is going to unfortunately have to confirm that Brian was connected to the victims through some kind of organization or operation. Like her testimony is meant to push her into a corner to confirm something like that. It doesn't have to be a direct connection, but like this person's connected to this person who's connected. There's like some of that's meant to come out in Bethany's testimony, but it's like I know you don't want to tell this information, so I'm setting it up so that either you have to tell the truth or you're going to get caught in a lie that can then later be used against you. And I'm letting you know, I'm making sure that you know that if you lie about this, you can be held accountable for that lie and the damage that lie did. So if you don't want to get in trouble yourself, you have to tell the truth. Like, there's nothing you did wrong that you could get in trouble for, but if you don't tell the truth about this, then that lie could get you in trouble. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so the preliminary was moved from June 26th to June 30th, which I believe is a Monday and a Thursday. So moved from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. Why? 10 of Wands reversed. Somebody told them to. 7 of Wands, death, and 2 of Wands reverse. Plans falling apart. Death is like starting anew. So it's like, in case my plans fall apart, I need the rescheduling of this was so that it was not in the beginning of the week, so that if they needed a break, they could definitely have one. They could have 2 days to figure something out. 10 of Wands reversed, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands would be a very defensive energy, and then the 10 of Wands reversed is like telling someone something. So I feel as though the move from the 26th to the 30th came from hold on, because that could kind of go either way. Page of Cups. It came from the prosecution in response to something that they feel like the defense is going to pull. Like, I'm expecting you to pull this out of your hat. So if that were to happen, I need to move this so that it's at the end of the week and not the beginning of the week, so that if we need a break to figure out the next move, we have it without having to like ask for a break, I guess you could say. This 10 of Wands reverse is also like putting it down, taking a break. And Page of Cups has represented Kaylee, and that feels important, but I don't know how. 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords reversed. I almost feel like something, how do I word this? The prosecution expects the defense to use something like a Hail Mary type of thing, like where you just throw it up and hope it sticks in the right place. But it's something about Kaylee. It's like the prosecution expects the defense to pull some like slick stuff or some like remember when before the other man got added to Brian's defense team, remember I said there's going to be a man at it and he's going to play dirty? Oh. It's this. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Oh no. Some kind of cheap shot, dirty move from the defense. The prosecution sees it coming though, and that's why they moved it to the end of the week in anticipation for it. We know they're going to do this or say this. When we do, we can rebuttal or whatever, or maybe they expect it to not. If the 30th is a Thursday, then maybe it's like, okay, the first day we expect this to happen, but the second day we expect them to bring this up. When they bring this up, then we'll have the weekend where we can figure out where to go from there, depending on how they present or don't present this particular information. It's something about playing dirty, and it's something that has to do with Kaylee. And it's something that Brian thinks is going to give him some kind of hope. 8 of Cups, searching for the truth. 5 of Cups reversed. Yeah, Five of Cups reversed is very similar to Five of Pentacles reversed, but this is like Five of Pentacles reversed is more like externally. I feel like things are getting better. Five of Cups reversed is more like internally. I feel like things are getting better. And then the Eight of Cups would be, I feel like things are getting better because I searched for some kind of truth and brought it out. May would be before the hearing in June. What is Brian's, the male attorney who was at it recently, not the most recent one, no, that was the prosecution, the defense, the man who was at it, I forget his name, to the defense team. He's death penalty certified. What is his energy in regards to this Knight of Cups, King of Swords energy? This is like, I'm coming for, it's not a good combo. It's like, I don't care who I have to step on to get what I want to see happen. Oh, the Maestro, Master of Inspiration, Understanding, Community, Ingenuity. Oh, ingenuity makes me nervous. It's like thinking outside of the box to some other kind of solution. And I said he plays dirty. Get the exact definition. The quality of being clever, original, and inventive. Oh no. And this card came out a while ago because it shows the 4 lights. And before when we referenced it, it was like, it came out for Brian, I believe, like putting out the lights of the victims. Ingenuity makes me nervous. And he's holding a book. It's like, what's that saying? Throwing the book at him? But that would be, it's almost like throwing the book back at him. Like, oh, look, well, it's like when someone has a particular logic or way of looking at something, and then you find a way to use that same logic against them. Like, oh, okay, well, if that's how you think, then explain how you could get to this. It's that. That's how he plays dirty. I study you, I look at the way that you're breaking things down, I look at the way that you're thinking, and then I use that against you. I say, okay, well, using your logic, then explain this. Or using your logic, how can you explain this? What will hit the male attorney, what will his energy be when he is actually, let's do what will his energy be regarding Bethany's testimony? Let's do that first. Arthur, Champion of Avalon. Championship, nobility, and self-realization, and it's a man with a sword. It, like trying to strong arm her. Championship. Nobility makes me feel like I'm bringing I'm bringing something out that you want kept hidden. Like I'm bringing it, I'm making you talk about it. Self-realization is, especially with it says Arthur, makes me think like author, like what you're speaking or writing or creating the storyline, or like telling the storyline, I guess you would say. Self-realization is making me think how I said that it's like she's backed into a corner and she has no other option. Like either I tell you the truth or I get in trouble for my lie. Like there's nothing I did that could get me in trouble. However, if I lie, I'm going to get in trouble. So I have to tell the truth to protect myself. And championship just makes me think of like strong arming her, like that act of kind of pushing her energetically into a corner, not physically, but like backing her into a corner so she knows and understands that if she lies, she gets in trouble for the lie. What about on May 25th? What will his energy be? It was in reverse. Peaceful among thorns. It was in reverse. It said he plays dirty. Peaceful among thorns, but it's in reverse. Everyone else will be at peace in the courtroom, just sitting there. He's going to be very like a bulldog type of energy. Okay. So then is the motion on May 25th, right? No, yeah. May 25th. Is the motion on May 25th, how do I word this? Does it have anything to do? Okay, I'm going to do one card for if it's about the grand jury or scheduling a grand jury. One card if it's about if anyone has or is going to file a dismissal. And one card about something else. Grand jury, Queen of Swords reversed. Huh. Dismissal, Seven of Pentacles. Planting this. It's not for a dismissal, but it's planting the seed for a dismissal. Yeah, it's grand jury. It's to try and get the grand jury. The Hermit in reverse for something else. No, it's not for something else. Well, the Hermit could be confirming that the Hermit in reverse is kind of confirming the Seven of Pentacles, because Seven of Pentacles is like, I'm planting a seed now that will sprout later, and the Hermit being reversed is like a withdrawal. So the seed that I'm planting now so that it sprouts later is I'm trying to set this up for a dismissal, but I'm not quite there yet. In order to get there, I want the grand jury. So yes, the Queen of Swords reversed, I believe is because of what Bethany testified to, or because of something that came out because or from or through the testimony, I'm manipulating the situation to look like I have a case to dismiss. So in order to get from here to there, I want grand jury instead of preliminary hearing. Allegedly, my opinion, I think that's what's happening. And the Hermit reversed is also a very antisocial energy. So social would be preliminary hearing in public. And the opposite of that would be, in this case, the grand jury probably not being public. They would meet in private. So how will... how will the motion hearing on May 25th go? One card for the defense. Six of Cups. One card for the prosecution. Four of Wands. Maybe both sides want grand jury, but for different reasons. And the energy between them. The Hierophant reversed, yeah. I said maybe they want it for different reasons. It seems as though they both want grand jury, but because of different reasons. I don't know what, but they're using something about Brian's past or childhood as like a buffer. Like, we don't want this coming out, so we need privacy in this regard, but it's really something else. But it's like being used for a cover. I don't know if that's a good explanation. Okay, so from the defense's side, it seems like they want grand jury because they want to kind of get a preview into what to expect from the prosecution in like an active way, while the prosecution wants grand jury because they want to keep certain things under wraps. Oh, that makes sense, because one side wants to know what the other side knows, but the other side doesn't want the other side to know what they know. So they're trying to wait for trial for everything to come out. I think they're both trying to skip over that preliminary, not skip over, but like find a different route around, in this case, grand jury. Defense wants to know what prosecution knows. Prosecution wants to keep defense from knowing what it knows, because it doesn't, one side doesn't want the other to be prepared for how to handle certain things when they do come out in front of the jury. That's what it is. Each side is trying to catch the other side off guard with certain things. And once you're in front of the jury, that's a lot different than pre-trial, preliminary hearings and preliminary motions. So they both want that grand jury, but for different reasons. And I think that the defense probably didn't want the grand jury until this Bethany situation. And maybe that, oh, maybe that's why, hold on. Does that have anything to do with why it was moved in June? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it seems as though it's been a chain of events. Ten of Cups. So prosecution, allegedly, my opinion, prosecution for a while wants grand jury instead of preliminary. Defense, doesn't want that. Wants everything to be made public because Brian wants to exonerate himself, yada, yada, yada. This thing about Bethany comes, gets made public. There's this agreement. Now, all of a sudden, the defense has something, but they want to make sure that they use it at the appropriate time when the jury's there. So now they want to skip preliminary as well. So now both sides want grand jury, and then we have these other dates being moved around because now both sides are working in agreement with one another about certain things that before they were not in agreement about. Because the defense now isn't weighing entirely on what the prosecution has, because the defense now feels like we have something, a hand to play as well. But as I said in previous readings, if that hand is not played at the exact right time, it doesn't work. It's a hit and a miss, a swing and a miss. But if it's played at the right time, then it's a hit out of the park. So it's all about, they're trying to be very mindful. It's like each side, prosecution and defense, each has their own key that unlocks the same door. How do I explain this? Okay, so there's a door, right? And whoever gets through this door first wins, prosecution or defense. Each side has their own key. That's not a good way to explain it. Okay, so imagine the door of the courtroom, right? Everyone's in the courtroom, they're locked in there. Only one side can exit the courtroom. If Brian's side exits, Brian goes home. If the other side exits, Brian stays in there. Get it? So this is like whoever plays their hand at the, whoever plays the card that they have or the key that they have first, but not too soon, it's almost like someone will walk up to them and hand them the key so they can exit, if that makes sense. But if they play it too early, it'll be too early for that person to come give them the key, and then the other person has a chance to get the key instead. But if it's played too late, then the other person could already have the key and be gone. That's the image that I'm getting. Hold on. I want to know if they've talked to Bethany yet as of right now, which is May 1st at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Nine of Swords reverse. Three of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed. I don't think that they've talked to her directly yet, but I think they've talked to some kind of representative of hers about what they're going to talk to her about, if that makes sense. I don't think they've gone below the surface yet, but I think that there's been some kind of conversation between a representative of Bethany, probably her lawyer, obviously, and the defense team about almost like an outline of what to expect or what's going to be talked about, if that makes sense. I feel like they're getting ready to talk to her very soon, but I don't think that they've talked to her yet. One card for, let's do Bethany, her lawyers, and the energy between. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Let me get a clarifier for that. I'm going to get a clarifier for what I'm thinking about that. Two of Cups, Five of Swords reversed, the World reversed. I really don't know if I can say that. I need a very clear answer about if I should say this or not. 1 second. I was not expecting that. Okay. Should I say what it is that I am thinking out loud? Could not have been a bigger no. Okay. I obviously have to say something. I know it wouldn't be all the I mean, how can I say it without Four of Cups? Ace of Swords reversed. I'm not supposed to say that. I can't not say something though. There's the Two of Cups though. There may be some kind of connection between Bethany's lawyer and the link. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so for Bethany, we got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. For her team, King of Cups reversed. Energy between them. Temperance reversed. Should I take these clips out, these last 5 minutes? Should I remove them from the video? Crap. can I keep them in the video and just not say anything else about it? Sorry, I know this is really frustrating. I don't want to take this out because I know it's going to be important later and I'm going to want to look back on it later, so I don't want to take it out, but I think I put something together that I really am not supposed to say out loud. And it has to do with a potential connection between I can't, no. All right, let's do, should I take this out? I don't know if I should take this out. Part of me feels like I should take it out, but then the other part is like, I'm gonna wanna go back later and clip that part and we're gonna err on the side of caution right now. I'm gonna leave it in, but I'm gonna stop talking about it. All right, let's do Bethany, the defense, and the energy between. The Fool reversed. She doesn't feel ready to do this. She feels like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I don't want to talk. Knight of Wands reversed. You know how people are saying you have to be mindful that she's a victim too and all of this. They don't look at it that way. They look at it as, I need to push you to get what I need out of you. I'm not going to treat you like you're broken or soft. I'm going to treat you like you're a person who has information that I need. Knight of Wands reverse makes me feel like it's that pushy, he plays dirty, allegedly, my opinion, male lawyer for the defense. Eight of Wands reversed. Some kind of delay. Yeah, this is the May, what's the date? May 25th? May 25th is to get a delay in the preliminary, probably by eliminating the preliminary and going straight to trial by use of a grand jury. Allegedly, my opinion. But there's something like, in order for the defense to push towards the grand jury, like really push, there's something that they want to hear specifically from Bethany. And if that doesn't come out, they may resist the grand jury and try to push for it to go public so that they can confront her in public. Like, if you're not going to tell us this in private, I'm going to put you up on the stand and then you're going to have to tell the truth. So that would be the only thing that would get the one side to fight against the grand jury. Let's do, in terms of like how they're thinking about, let's do how Bethany views Brian, how Brian views Bethany, and the energy between them. Or the common energy between them. So how Bethany views Brian. Eight of Swords reverse. That's not good. Eight of Swords reverse is like a card about freedom. And a clarifier. The Magician reversed. She thinks he's manipulating something to get his freedom. Except she thinks it's going to work. Which is interesting because before, when we were talking about, I think the police investigation, like into the police, it was something about manipulation of data. And that's what this would be, and it's right next to the card about freedom. She thinks that there's something being manipulated, or that Brian's manipulating something. It feels more like someone's manipulating something on Brian's behalf. She believes that someone's manipulating something on Brian's behalf that could potentially lead to his freedom. Except 8 of Swords reversed, she thinks it could possibly work. How Brian views Bethany. 8 of Pentacles reversed, 9 of Wands. I'm very dedicated to something and I refuse to compromise on it. I see this way and I refuse to veer off of that. Tunnel vision, I guess you could say. The defense is going to try and convince Bethany that someone she thinks is her friend is not her friend based off of something that they said. I wonder if that's Dylan. In the previous reading, I said that I felt like Dylan... What did I say? I felt like Dylan was kind of pushed into saying like, oh, well, if you want to check my story, go check with Bethany about this or that, or ask her specifically about this. This would be like the defense bringing that up. Oh yeah, you think this person's your friend? You think they're going to protect you? Well, guess what they told us? Or guess how they worded this? Or guess what we found through this person? And through that, they're hoping that Bethany will tell the truth that she otherwise could hide. But if she feels like a friend is not a real friend, then she may tell the truth that could have otherwise been hidden. And that's what is going to sway how hard the defense also pushes for grand jury. Because if that doesn't come out, then they're going to do it to her on the stand. As in try and be like, oh, well, your friend is not your friend, so do you want to tell the truth now? As in the defense to Bethany, allegedly, my opinion. I picked up the whole deck and the card on the bottom is corruption. Brian. What are pieces of the puzzle that have anything to do with Bethany or... I knew it. Beach in reverse. It's something to do with the other mysterious deaths in the area. Oh no. Breakup, trapped in reverse, so released, boat. Breakup, beach in reverse, trapped in reverse, boat. This has something to do with the other deaths in the area and the people who keep mysteriously washing up in the water. Yeah, it's them trying to make this, I said this before, it's them trying to make it bigger than just the 4. It's them branching out. But they have to play their hand at the right time. Couple in reverse. Treason. Drugs and poison, drama in reverse, and devil in reverse. Drama in reverse, devil in reverse, and drama has a rope. Came out with drugs and poison. I said it's setting up something with a drug connection that Brian can use to explain away other not hard evidence against him, like pieces that make the other evidence look more probable are going to start to be taken away. mean, I knew what it meant, but treason, the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. The action of betraying someone or something. The crime of murdering someone to whom the murderer owed allegiance, such as a master or husband. Crime of betraying one's country. Treason. Brent. They're going to try and push this on Brent. They're going to try and push it on Brent and say that Brian was connected to Brent and Brent did this or had involvement in this or knows who did it or something like that because of a drug connection. Brian's going to try and push it onto Brent and explain away his like phone pings and all of that. It is going to be explained away with a drug connection, and this is going to be pushed on Brent, or attempted to. Or if not, that's at least what they're trying to see if they can set up through Bethany's testimony. So it's either that Bethany is testifying to some kind of knowledge of Brian, or that she's testifying to some kind of knowledge about Brent. Like, let's just say, for example, Brent came to the house and got drugs a couple times. This isn't to tarnish anyone's name. Let's just say that that happened. Maybe he came and picked up alcohol, something, anything. No, he wouldn't do that because he's of age. So let's just say he came and he picked up drugs. This would be like if they're getting Bethany to testify to that knowledge to explain how Brian is saying that he's connected to that person. Allegedly, my opinion. That's what I'm getting. I feel like I've done this before, but I'm going to do one card for Brian, one for Brent, and one for the energy between them in reference to what I just said. Brian first. The Tower reversed. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid myself going down. Brent, the Emperor. Huh. He's trying to put the focus on him. Four of Pentacles, I'm trying to protect myself. The energy between them coming from each. So Brian, I'm trying to protect myself by trying to avoid disaster in reference to my connection to Brent. So I'm using Brent's name to avoid disaster because I'm trying to protect myself. And then the Emperor with Four of Pentacles, he was trying. It's interesting because I said I saw him, I had this vision of Brent sitting on a stool and two people talking at him. And the Four of Pentacles is pretty much that. And the Emperor is another man that's sitting in a throne. So Brian's trying to protect himself now. Brent was trying to protect himself then when he passed. He had information or something that he wasn't supposed to have. Because it's in reference to Brian. He knew something. Brian's using Brent's name to try and protect himself by averting disaster. Brent was trying to protect himself based off of knowledge that he had about Brian that he wasn't supposed to have. Or if not about Brian, then at least about the murders. Allegedly, my opinion. Okay, that's it for now. That was a lot. I'm sorry that I can't say everything that I'm thinking. It will likely come out in a later reading, but I'm strongly feeling like the things that I avoided saying today, I'm not supposed to say them. Not yet, at least. So I'm sorry if that's frustrating, but I also have to look out for myself. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, please remember all of this is alleged, my opinion, not fact. My opinion, not fact. My opinion. Have a great day.